Hello YouTube! It's about time I did another video again. People keep saying to me, where's the videos? You're not posting regular enough. So I don't even know what I'm going to do a video about today. Well, this is Mr. and Mrs. Wolfie. They're doing nicely. I know what I can do a video on. My last video I got some new jaguars and they wasn't eating very well. If you remember, my regulars will know the female was just eating particles and crumbs off the floor, off the substrate, the gravel. So I'll give you a progress report and an update on them. But we're starting here with Mr. and Mrs. Wolfie. I just love these. He's getting a monster, he is. He don't grow much in length these days, but he's just packing the weight on. And people say our dove are really fast growing fish. Well, I disagree. I disagree entirely. I mean, like, if your maximum size is like 2 foot, you know, it's going to take. It takes a long time for them to get to 2 foot. But people say they're fast growing because it'll get to 10 or 12 inches really quick. Well, it will do. Because that's only like a snippet of its maximum size. Anyway, I better get on. I've already started going on, haven't I? Let's give him some food, and then we'll do a jag update. I've got to go at the other end of the tank, and I have to do it one-handed because I've got my phone and all that lot. Anyway, I'm used to doing things one-handed. W anchor. W anchor. Right, let's get the food in. Right, I'm down the end of the tank. I've got the food in my hand. I've got like a 5 or 6 inch fish here. Well, it's probably about 6 inches or so, but I normally chop them up. But for a change, I'm going to see. I don't normally like doing this, but I'm doing it for the camera. I'm going to chuck it in and watch him take it. Look, come on, Wolfie. Can you see? He can see it already, look. Come on, Wolfie. Let's get it in there. Don't jump out and bite me. Oh, God, I wish I had that on film. He bit that straight in half. I gripped the tail really hard, so he had to work at it. But he's making some crumbs, but it doesn't matter because we have some fry in it. I said they're fry. They're about 2.5 inches now, they are. And look at them. They're getting all the food. That'll take him a while to crunch that up and eat it. Like I said, I normally chop it up. I can't. That was quite a surprise for me, really. I gripped hold of its tail, that fish, as hard as I could, so he wouldn't rip it out my hand, and he bit it, and bit it straight in half. I need to get a tripod. I need to get a tripod or a better missus. I need somebody to hold the camera for me. Oh, he's looking gorgeous. Give us a kiss, Wolfie. Anyway, I said this was going to be a jag video. I think he's at that. I'll put another one in. I've got to pause this again while I grab one. Right, I've got one again. I'm going to grip it as hard as I can and see if I can catch this on film so I don't whip it out of my hand. All right, Wolfie. You ready for it? There we go. Oh, he's tugging it. He's got it. God, it goes so. That's a 5 inch fish. That's a 5 or 6 inch fish. I don't know if he's ate it yet. I think it's in his mouth. He's saving it. He absolutely loves that, doesn't he? But I feed him on pellets most of the time. Anyway, I better move on. I'll feed the female when I've stopped doing these videos. This video, because I find it difficult to feed and film at the same time. These fry are loving every minute of it, aren't they? Look at them. Now I can still see that down his mouth. That's why I don't like feeding and feeding and feeding, because he stores that in the back of his throat. He wants more. He'll stuff, and then try to eat it later and end up regurgitating most of it. So I'm going to leave him to it in peace and quiet and let him get it down in. So he's got like a full fish down there. You probably can't see it, but I can see its tail. Anyway, let's go and have a look at the jaguars. Right, these are my original jaguars, Beryl and his partner. So we'll give them some food. But I want to point out, it probably won't show up on the film, but what I'm really loving about Beryl, it's not showing up on the film, it's got beautiful, beautiful orange eyes. It's not showing up. But them scrapes on his head are taking ages to heal up, which they always do anyway. That's why if you have a hole in the head, it takes ages to heal up, because it's not like scaly skin on the side of the body. It's just like a normal skin. Anyway, look at them. They look ravenous. Let's get some food in. There we go. Some bits of muscle. Well, she's got plenty. He's got plenty, having a good old chew. Now you can see his eyes. When I film the new jags later, you want to look at their eyes. Because his eyes are beautiful. There, they've ate that. Let's put some more in. Right, some more red pellets. No, not pellets, bloody... Ouch! Bloody got me that time. I'm trying to do this one-handed. It jumps up, like, you know, I know people like, they love their Oscars and that. They do that, don't they? They know when it's feeding time, they're going to jump up and try to bite your fingers. We'll let them eat that up and then we'll put some pellets in. Well, let's pan back and have a look at the tank. Let's get right back. So that's their tank. It's got a piece of wood in it and a strawberry pot. They're always spawning. And they, well, I just love them anyway. But this video's going to go on too long again, I keep saying. Or more waffling. I'll put you on pause while I've ate that, then I'll put a couple of pellets in. Right, they've ate all that muscle and muscle, so we'll put the pellets in. There we go. The male's eating them. Anyway, yeah, I better move on. Then I waffle on a lot. I've got to move on. I can't believe that people like watching me feeding these fish and doing the videos. Right, I'll go outside now and we'll look at the new jags, which have settled in quite nicely actually. So we'll go out there and have a look at those. So here we are at the new jag tank, and they've adapted really, really well. They're feeding like Trojans now. I mean, if you remember on the last video what I did, this female, all she would eat is little crumbs off the substrate, the gravel. But now she's getting a right greedy pig. Like 2 weeks of settling in and a change of diet. Let's put some food in. I'll waggle my finger in and put some more prawn. Oh, see that prawn straight away. Female, prawn straight away. I don't know if my regular followers remember from the other week. I put a prawn in and I'm going, go on, get it, get it, get it. And they would just ignore it. But they've coming round to my way of feeding. I love to fish feeding ferociously. I mean, a lot of it was probably because they were new and haven't settled in. But I've had fish before, I've said, maybe repeating myself like, But I've had fish before, when you move them, can take a month or so to settle. Anyway, just let them get that down, then I'll put some more in. Right, here we go, a couple more bits of prawn. So who gets it? The female got that one. And the male got that one. They're loving the prawns now. So, like, I'll let them munch that down. Because, like, the cichlid has crushing plates, as you'll all know anyway. Teeth at the front of the mouth and teeth at in the back of the throat, where they crunch the food up and crunch. So, I give them time to get that down them. If you keep chucking it in, they'll just store it all up in the back of the mouth, and then when you've gone, they end up spitting it all out. Anyway, they've ate that. Well, that's all gone now. I'm going to do the mussel. And you watch them crushing it up in the back of the throat, where the crushing teeth are. Here we go, love. Female. Man, they both got them. You can always tell when they've actually ate it, because I always say they kind of blow back. They're still crunching. Let's look at the female. She's closest. Let's see her when she blows, crunching. Still, the male's finished. He's blown back. She ain't finished hers. No, she's still munching. Come on, when she blows back, as I say, blow back. I don't like keep whacking the food in until I know they've ate it. There she goes. Look, she that was it. She blows it back. They've finished those. I'll give them another one, and then we'll try the pellets. I always think it's a good healthy fish if you give them treat foods, and then after they've had the treat foods, they'll still eat a pellet. Then you've got a good, hungry, healthy fish. In my opinion. That's just my opinion. Right, anyway, I better grab some more. Right, a couple of bits of mussel again. The female's always there first. She's got hers. He's got his. Look, crunch, crunch, crunch. Crushing it to bits in the back of the throat. See if that's it, he's ate it there, because he blew back. She ain't blown back yet. She's still crunching hers. Come on, love, get it down, yeah? Don't take too long, else we'll be getting fed up of watching you. No, she's at it. I didn't really see the blowback movements, but she's at it. Now I'm going to put pellets in. Right, in with the pellets now. I always like to make the main diet. There they go. Yeah, I always like to make the main source of the diet pellets, because when you're giving them the pellets, you need to know they're getting all the vitamins and minerals and everything what they need. When you do treat food, you never know what they're getting. Your fish always end up being a lot healthier if you feed them on the main diet as pellets. Look at all the little bits. That's them crushing the pellets with the jaws at the back of the throat, which I believe are called pharyngeal teeth. I hope I've said that correctly. No doubt if I've said it incorrectly, someone will pick me up on it. But look, they're blowing back. I think they're full now. I think I've filled them up with too much mussels and prawns. Anyway, that's how cichlid feed the babies. They crunch it all up in their pharyngeal teeth, and all the little bits come out like that. Oh, look at him, he's blowed. I'm not going to feed him no more. He's had enough. But they do eat lots of pellets when I haven't been given too many treats. But they're healthy. But this male, my main male in the house, has got lovely bright orange eyes. This one's got dull eyes. Maybe the eyes will come better when I've had him longer and he's settled more. Anyway, let's. I'm going to feed the me umbies what we're frying. Let's see them crunching the pellets. If you listen carefully, you can hear them. Well, you won't be able to hear it on the video, but at home you'll be able to hear your fish crunching the pellets with the crushing teeth in the back of the jaw. Anyway, I'm going on. I'm going to move round and we're going to we'll feed the umbies and watch them feed the babies. Right, I'm going to wrap this video up now. This is Crazy Joe. It doesn't look it like this on this video, but he's a 20-inch umbie. He's about the same size as the Doveye, but he's bulkier. So like, I'm going to do the same what I did with the Doveye. We'll give him a big fish. Do you want a big fish, Joe? Come on, Joe. Right, I'm going to go to the. I'll go sit on the armchair where I normally feed him. So here he is at the end of the tank. This is where we always feed him. It may look a bit silly on the video, but they're like creatures of habit. They know where the food's coming in. Come on, Joe. I'm going to grip onto this. I can't do it. Bloody hell, lot. I'm gripping it. I can't get it. He's got it. Oh, look, quick. I'm going to have to move round. It's gone. I bet he's crunching that up in the back of his throat. So that's about a 5 or 6 inch fish. So you can't keep umbies and Doveyes of other fish because they'll just munch them up. Let's give him 5 minutes just to. He's blown. No, he's at it. That's when he got blow. When he blow back like that, he's crunched. He's actually at that. I know. Right, this is something I would not normally do. I'm going to give him another one. Two 6-inch fish. I'll give him another one, but then I probably won't feed him this week. When he got young fish, you feed them. When he got fry, you feed them 2 or 3 times a day. Then they get bigger, it'll be twice a day, then once a day. Then a big cichlid, you miss a few days out. If he eats this, I won't feed him for a week. But I think he's gonna. I bet he struggles with it. Let's have a look. I mean, I've not done this. I'm going to try to chuck it in. Are you ready? Like I said, I need a tripod or a missus what can hold the camera properly without her giggling. Right, here we go. It's gone. Oh, look at that big gob. He's struggling with that, mate. That's like having a £2 steak. He's going to make a mess with the water. Now, if you had a fry in there, they'll be munching it all up. Come on, Crazy Joe, turn round. He could be chewing. He could be chewing that up for ages. I can see his crushing pad down there. Can you see that bony thing? That's where he crunches his food. Anyway, this video was meant to be a short one. I'm going on Mars too long. I'll put this on pause again, then we're going to wrap this up. I'll give him time to crunch it up a bit. Right, it's still munching. I don't normally put whole pieces of food in like that. I normally chop it up a bit for him because in the aquarium environment, look at all these little bits. That's all bits of fish and food and all that sort of things. So I don't normally do that. It makes less mess if you chop the food up for them. Anyway, I'm bloody going on again, Anna. I've got to wrap this one up. Right, time to wrap this video up. This is Stan and Hilda, my Haitiensis, the ones I'm growing on. Anyway, I hope you enjoy this update. I don't know what to when I put it up on YouTube, I don't want to put it up as, because like being a success or unsuccessful, a lot goes on your titles, but I don't really mind anyway. If people want to watch my videos, they can watch them. If they don't want to watch them, don't watch them. So they're standing there with a couple of little fry. Anyway, thank you for watching. Thank you for all my subscribers. Hope it wasn't too long and drawn out for you. Until next time, happy fish keeping to you all. Ta-ra!